like, oh, all right. And I just kind of like sat down and just was very bitter. And I just sort of like drank a beer on my own and like just kind of like was annoyed. And then I left.
Did you at least enjoy the maids?
They were really hot.
Yeah,
I guess I did.
Right. That's not too bad.
It was
You
fine.
got a bit bamboozled though.
But not so much,
I wouldn't
that's
say
not too
scam.
bad.
Yeah, that's
They just got
scammed.
bamboozled.
I'll admit, it wasn't so much a scam, but it felt weird.
That's almost like when you go traveling and you... Like, one tip to travelers is if you ever get into a cab while you're traveling, agree on a price before you leave.
Or just run away before you have to pay.
Yeah. That's a Ryan move.
It's a classic corn.
This is a real good investment.
Because then you stop and they're like, you owe me $100. And you're like, no, I don't. That's unacceptable. And they're like, no, you do. And then it gets hectic. Don't do that.
That's real. You said something happened to you in France, the land of the swindle.
Oh, yeah, the damn... the swindling was hard in France.
Yeah.
Let's say that.
That's what they do.
So I travelled Europe and I was there for... Well, let's go the whole... I was there for 2.5 months, but let's say I was there for 3.
It's like, yeah.
Weren't you there for a lot longer?
Yeah, I thought you
no,
were
but
in London.
Travelling Europe, I was there for 3 months. And then living
In London, yeah. I'm with you.
But yeah, I was real good at just, like the Greenpeace people... Some blind lady comes up to you begging for money, hand up in the face. Nah.
She can't see the hand,
Nah,
but it's in
bruh.
her face.
Nah,
my
bro,
face.
you're on your own.
Yeah.
Hey.
So many beggars and so many
The
different
gypsies,
ways.
man. You got to keep your eyes out for the gypsies.
Oh, the Gypos, bro.
Hey, they're
thick.
Did you
They're
just say
thick.
Gypo?
It's not racist, man.
It's just shortening the word,
They're
man.
a community, not a race.
Aren't they
We
just...
covered this last time here. We didn't bring up Gypos. Gypos was not...
Stop saying it, dude.
I'm only getting it from the movie Snatch. Put all the blame on Snatch. Bad
Okay.
influence.
That's pop culture. It's molded Ryan to the beast he is today.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I was pretty good at disbarring and just, getting rid of these mooches, these vermin.
These
I
vagrants.
think bloodsuckers is the word you're looking for.
Leeches.
Oh, yeah.
Leeches of society.
Sponges.
Yeah. Except for this one time going around Eiffel Tower, I was by myself, and this guy just comes up to me and goes, "Hey, dude, put your finger in this string," and it's just like a string that's got a loop in it. And I'm like, "Yeah," boom, straight in, don't even think about it, and straight away he's just talking to me and tying this bit of string around my wrist, and I'm like, "Oh, fuck, this is the thing. I'm about to get gyppoed." And, he's talking to me. He's a
Yes.
nice, charismatic guy. We have a good chat. And then he's just like, okay, so it's €20 for that. I'm like, this
Which is like 50 Australian, right?
Yeah.
Not, yeah, 35. Like, it's expensive for
at
a
that time it was
shitty little
about-
bracelet.
It's very
Yeah,
expensive.
Awfully expensive. Seeing as it's like 2 pieces of string that are like just wrapped around each other.
Cost of making that is like 1 cent.
Yeah. Cent.
Including labour.
Yeah, just cent.
Just cent.
Yeah, so then I was like, well, alright, yeah, you got me. And I just gave him €20 and just walked away.
Wow.
I didn't take that thing off for months because I was just like, this is just a
It cost
warning.
me.
This is just a fucking... One, I got to get my money's worth, and 2, I got to remember this fucking lesson not to get gyppoed ever again. And I didn't. Palm up, just palm to the face, push that gyppo away. That's my advice to you.
We got someone out of that in France.
Really?
Oh, really?
They made it, and then they were like, money, and she was like, nah, and then just me and another guy I was with and like 2 other girls just went over there and started just yelling at this dude, and eventually she went, okay, it's not worth it. Like,
Yeah.
all right.
Well, later I heard that I was like I was always sour about it, and I told people about it, and they're like, oh no, dude, it's really lucky you paid them, because usually they'll just like grab you, take you to an ATM, and just make you take out a lot more money.
I think it was a safety in numbers situation.
Yeah.
'Cause there was one dude, and
And
we
I
had a
was-
group
I was
of
by
us
myself.
all around them just being like, fuck this is fucked, and ended up just, like, I think he didn't even know what we were saying, but we were yelling enough that he just kind of backed down.
This is the confrontation. Whereas I was just like some little weedy white guy, just going,
Yeah.
I'll give you €20, doi.
You're a noob, as they say. You're a traveling noob.
I was a noob.
But you learn.
I was I was pretty noobie that back then.
You actually, you reminded me of another story, actually. And again, it's not an out-and-out scam, which is really just shows what kind of person I am. again in Tokyo.
You're just too nice for your own good.
Yeah, and this is like a fucking prime example. I went to Shinjuku, which is
you're in... What, is that Japan or...
Yeah, it is in Japan, actually. I'm really glad you picked up on that, actually.
How long were you there for?
It was like 3 months.
I believe it's Shinjuku.
Shinjuku Station. Shinjuku Station.
It's Shinjuku.
It was Shinjuku.
Shinjuku.
Oh my god. Okay, so I was in a...
Riveting stuff, guys.
I wanted to buy some cool Japanese clothing because, of course, I grew up playing the Final Fantasy games, and I was like, alright, these guys are going to be pretty pimp. This is going to be cool. I go into a top-end fashion store. And again, this is not a scam. This is just how weak-willed I am. But it was something I was especially bitter about for months. I go into this store, and this dude rolls up. The coolest guy I've ever seen in my life. Like, he's got the full-on Japanese hair. Like, it's spiked to the shit. My Caucasian hair follicles will never achieve what he achieved.
Well, you're
that
losing
day.
them by the day.
Dude, what are you fucking talking about?
You are receding hard.
What are you fucking talking
receding.
about?
That's
Right
one of the
now.
deepest hairlines I've ever seen.
I'm gonna come at you like a fucking freight train with my fist and my knees.
With no hair.
So this young man rolls in. He's very cool. And I'm looking at some belts. And I'm sort of looking at this belt, and he was just like, again, I don't have the language to really understand what he's saying, but basically he sells me a belt that was way overpriced, and I didn't really want it. And he was just so insistent that I just kind of got my money out and bought it. And again, I didn't even know what he was saying to me, but I
You gotta
bought it.
realize
Is this just a normal looking belt as well? Like, you went there to like get like Final Fantasy looking clothes.
It was a fairly base, but to be fair, Tetsuya Nomura is known for his abundance of belts. If you ever played Kingdom Hearts,
Yeah, but like...
you know what I'm talking about.
You're bringing me down.
Final Fantasy X,
You have
Lulu's belt dress.
You have to
Oh,
realize.
yeah, that was
There's a lot of belts.
a hefty
You have
amount
to
of
realize at some point that none of these are scams, and most of them are you just getting duped and then being too nice to say anything and just going, okay.
Also, I lacked the language to do anything about it. Like, I couldn't have
Yeah, that's
returned
true.
it if I wanted to.
No,
but,
dude,
But
but you
that's
just-
why...
You just don't
hand
give the
to
money
face.
over.
The hand to the face is universal.
look, I'm
for-
just gonna say it. I got gyppoed in Japan, and I'm just gonna be honest.
I think that's an episode title right there, getting gyppoed.
There's nothing more Australian than gyppoed. Because you've already shortened it to gyppo. It's gypsy to gyppo, and then you've added a D, which is truly fucked up.
I've got a couple. I've got a few.
Who gyppoed you?
One of them I don't know, but I remember I had to wake up for work at like 6, or maybe I had to get to work at 6. So I was up at like 5:30, and I don't know. I think I maybe had to pay rent that day or something. So I looked into my account. Heads up, Ryan, we got to pay rent this week.
Oh, already done.
Oh, legend.
I know. I'm ahead of that shit.
What do you mean this week? Don't you mean every week?
Fortnite.
Yeah, it's fortnightly.
That's unheard of.
I kind of like it.
No, I hate it.
Yeah, I don't
'Cause I'm
like
always
that.
like, do I pay him this week? Ugh,
I just
No.
just put a reminder in your calendar. It's so easy.
I won't do that.
You should just do it.
Yeah, but I'm
I've had it for 3+ years.
This
and I've
is
never
the
missed
worst
a day.
podcast.
Oh my god, you're the worst. And I
Dude,
woke
let's
up.
just sort our shit out, man. Just give us 2 minutes.
Housekeeping, dude.
Yeah, jeez.
I woke up one morning to go to work, and I had to pay rent, so I had some shit. So I checked my account, and my credit card had been maxed out,
Oh.
which was a fucking harsh vibe. And this is the moment that I realized that banks are insured for this.
Yeah, they are.
And so you call, like, my bank's 24-hour, like, help or whatever. So I called them that morning. It was like, can you fix this? And they were like, yeah, cool. Your money will be back within 3 working days, and we'll give you a new card. We'll send it out now. And I was like, that's it? I'm like, yeah, that's it. Cool. Too easy. So I thought about scams, and I thought about starting a scam.
Ooh, dark turn.
Should we leave this here and talk about this later so we can just start the scam and
This
not
will
give
never
it
come
away
back
right
to
now?
us. Possibly. Can we bleep my name out of every podcast I've ever done, please?
I think we can do that.
But it just seems like
maybe.
a very abusable system. Because it's happened twice to me. And twice my bank has not, without question, has gone, your money will be back soon, and we'll send you a new card.
Well, that's why people are doing it, right? Because it is abusable. Like,
I guess so.
That's why people do
it's
it.
It's almost a victimless crime, except for the slight few days I'm out.
How about we buy you a new laptop on your credit card for the podcast? And then we'll just fucking rip off the bank.
You know what the problem is? I need someone in another country because every time I've been scammed, I call the bank and they go, "Oh yeah, you've had a like a $1,500 transaction from Dublin," and I'm like, "What? What do you mean? I don't know. I don't know where that would come from." Like, "Oh, no idea." I'm like, "No idea." So then they're like, "Yeah, cool. Well, we'll get your money back."
We know people in other countries.
But yeah,
We can sort this shit out.
we
let's do
could.
this.
I do really need a new computer because everyone would have just heard a little static about 5 seconds ago.
Any fans abroad, Govinda's credit card number is 5163.
It's actually 53531652. No, I can't do the rest of it. But that is the first 8 digits.
Well, we're probably not going to do another podcast out of this. We're just going to be rolling in fraudulent money.
Well, yeah. If anyone's really sick of the static that you hear every now and again in episodes of our shows, please send $3,000 to GoKQ&A.
Venmo that to me.
What is another one? Another one. This is a really funny one, actually. I was tempted to not mention it, but I'm going to mention it because it was totally my doing. It wasn't a scam, but I abused my bank to get all my money back.
Oh, what?
Ages ago, I signed up. Someone told me that subscription porn is better than regular porn.
It is.
So I saw a thing and it was like, pay $1 and get like a month free, a month for $1 or something. And I was like, look, I'm just going to find out what this is all about. So I paid the $1, and then about 4 or 5 months later, I noticed that like $50 was coming off my credit card every month. And I'd forgotten what website I'd subscribed to, so I couldn't unsubscribe.
Oh, shit.
So I called my bank, told them I didn't know where the money was coming from, and it was coming from like Denmark or something. And so they were like, "Yep, that's cool. We'll send you a new credit card. We'll give you the last 4 months payments back."
Wow.
And I was like,
that's pretty
"Sweet."
good. But that's just, you just need to watch more porn and then you wouldn't have forgotten what
No.
site
See,
it was.
I was a rookie at the time, and now I realized that tube sites the best because I don't need to pay for them. And like, look, you lose a little bit of quality, but it's free.
It's going to get the job done.
And also torrents.
Yes.
Torrents are great.
Just
Oh,
torrent
yes.
that porn movie. I love that it's not even me this time. We're back to porn and it wasn't even me.
Oh, now
Well,
get
this is
to-
just a funny story of like not really getting scammed or being a dick and then abusing the system.
I'd like to say that I've never paid for porn.
I've never paid.
Well, neither have I technically.
It's
Oh,
beautiful,
no, I
actually.
have. Back when like old school phones could
Oh,
only
when
just
the ads used to
access-
come on TV being like, text
Yeah.
this to this number to get this ringtone.
Yeah. So I text that, obviously, as the scumbag child that I was.
There's like 1 a.m. ads on TV.
And then like obviously forgot about it and like didn't get any benefit of it out of it really. And then my phone bill hiked up, obviously. So I had to go into Optus, and I couldn't unsubscribe to them. I didn't know how. So I had to go into Optus and just be
Like, look,
hey,
I'm a deviant.
so I'm getting charged this amount. I don't know why. And she's like, oh, you got
I
these
love the I don't know
subscriptions.
why.
Yeah,
It's
you got
actually
these
from the
subscriptions. I
website.
was like, that's strange. One of my friends must have taken my
She
phone.
knew, man.
she knew. It seems.
She knew that I had to say those words. She knew that I had to be like, it wasn't me. I had to have been a friend. It was a charade. Everyone involved.
Everyone was
Charade.
implicit. Everyone was implicit. She was like, Ryan, you're subscribed to 2 websites. One is Anal Angels, and the other is blacksonblonde.com.
So you knew what I was about. You know me well, Khayl.
I know you very well.
Sounds like one of those is for you, actually.
Yeah,
Kayl.
Well-
Blacks on Blondes. I hear you like a. we've
Shout out
spoken about this a
to
bit, actually.
blacksonblondes.com.
Jay Rackage actually put you on blast for that.
He did.
That was last week, was it?
He
Yeah,
said
well,
I spoke to him
we got an
earlier
email
about
that blasted him about it, and then Jai corroborated the email about it.
he's sort of the blast master.
What did I name them? Lonely Bigot?
Yeah.
Lonely Bigot blasted Khayl about the interracial porn, and then Jai was like, I do agree with that.
They sort of piled on, which is actually another website I'm subscribed to. It's called pileon.com.
That's like that fateful South Park episode. With the,
Oh,
pardon my French, goobacks?
Oh, dude, you can't say.
Oh, dude, you can't say goobacks. You can say
took
Gypo.
our jobs!
You can say Gypo, but you can't say goobacks.
Can we all do this together?
I feel like Ryan was at like 30% enthusiasm. We were like at least an
Well,
80.
I got there late.
Well,
I'm sorry.
we are twice as drunk as Ryan.
Probably.
Yeah, that's true.
So
if
that's
not more
happening.
so.
Yeah, I'm pretty.
And
many
a third
TVs?
instance of of scamming that has befallen not me directly, but a guy I know.
Wasn't it?
No, it wasn't actually. It actually wasn't. I did get them out of this.
Let's just go along with the charade.
I got